Here in New York, DHS telling us that in recent days and weeks, the number of death threats against officers has increased a staggering 8,000%. That number coming as new video shows the feds arresting a self-described Antifa member in Minneapolis. He's now being charged after making violent threats against ICE agents in that city.
This is where ICE has come to die. We want to know who they are. We will identify every single one of them, and we will prosecute them to the full extent of the law. And if that has to be done at the barrel of a gun, then let us have a little fun.
Well, that'll get your attention, right? And it did. Brooke Taylor's got more now. She's live in Minneapolis. Brooke, hello there.
Hi, Bill. The Justice Department using this as an example that if you threaten ICE officers, there's going to be real consequences. So as you mentioned, this is a self-described Antifa member now hit with federal charges for his disturbing videos on social media. We'll show you more of those videos, but first, this is him right here, Kyle Wagner. They arrested him yesterday early in the morning. He was proudly wearing a hoodie with "I'm Antifa" plastered right across it there. The criminal complaint describes the threats against ICE. Fox obtained some of those videos. You can watch it for yourself.
This is not a joke. There's nothing fun to chant about it. Get your guns and stop these people.
This is where ICE has come to die. We will identify every single one of them, and we will prosecute them to the full extent of the law. And if that has to be done at the barrel of a gun, then let us have a little fun.
He also accused the federal officers of being murderers and the Gestapo. All of this comes as a Fox News digital investigation uncovered a nationwide web of more than 200 anti-ICE organizations that are using military-grade tactics to track these ICE officers. So they're tracking and deploying civilians to act as on-the-ground scouts to collect this data. Fox News Digital found that they're feeding this data into at least 13 sophisticated databases. So they are tracking license plate numbers. They're also taking pictures of them, geological data, you name it, and they're putting it into these databases. The FBI director says that he is looking into this and opened an investigation into those signal chats, Bill.
All right, Brooke, thanks. Brooke Taylor back on the job there in Minneapolis. Thank you. Dana?
For more on this, let's bring in Lara Trump, host of My View with Lara Trump. So that Antifa guy obviously has a lot of strong thoughts. President Trump did an interview for NBC News ahead of the Super Bowl. He addressed this. Let's take a look.
We are totally focused on criminals, really bad criminals. Now, you could say people that came in illegally are criminals, but I'm talking about murderers from different countries. We have 11,888 murderers that Biden and his group led into our country. We've captured a lot of them. We've brought some of them back. A lot of them we don't want to bring back because we don't trust the country that they're not sent back again.
Laura, many members of the Democratic Party on Capitol Hill and elsewhere were saying abolish ICE and defund ICE is their next step. They want to shut down the government over it, perhaps. But a president of a centrist think tank said this, that people embrace an emotionally satisfying slogan that in the long run proved to be politically toxic and a barrier to getting serious police reform in the country. We are in grave danger of the same problem happening for those who are embracing abolish ICE. That is the co-founder of Third Way telling Democrats this is not smart. How do you think it will end up next week?
Yeah, these are, I mean, Dana, so many of the same people who back in 2020 started with the defund the police chant. That has worked out very poorly all across this country. Obviously, we need our men and women in blue to protect us, to protect our cities, to protect communities. And no different, as you just heard there from the president, we have people, these men and women of ICE, who have the toughest job in the world right now, who are trying to make communities safer, who are trying to get these bad criminals out. These are murderers, these are rapists, these are pedophiles. And, you know, I have to agree with the sentiment of that statement you just read there. I don't think this is going to help anyone. But unfortunately, this is sort of where the Democrats have landed themselves. In an effort to gain political points, they have been willing to characterize these ICE agents as horrible people, Gestapo, Nazis. We know all the names. They've called all of them. These are pretty typical, by the way, for all of us on the right side of the aisle. They've done that consistently for about 11 years. But because of that, you have individuals like this guy who says at the barrel of a gun, he's willing to take these people out. Law and order matters, and ensuring safety in our community matters. This president is serious about it. You see anywhere he's been able to have the assistance of the local authorities, you haven't had problems like this. But they're in Minneapolis, they're in Minnesota. The mayor and the governor have not been willing to work with him. They've fanned the flames of all of this, and it is going to really hurt, I think, the Democrats as we head into November. Because, look, if you don't have safety and security, if you can't go out in your communities and feel good about things and feel safe, nothing else ultimately matters.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.